Supervisor, aka Player Big Supervision, PBS, HipHopHeads podcast, thecryptoonline.com. And this is the second in our series of interviews with, so far, with local artists from around the Massachusetts area, but possibly soon to be with people from all over the place. But today I got a very special guest in the house. My man Don Def is here. Don, what's up, man?
Yeah, what up, what up? Thanks for having me.
Hey, pleasure to have you. So, full transparency here, Donnie, me and you go way back.
Way back.
Way back. To times that even predate rap music.
Yeah, for sure.
For either of us. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, I already know the answer to some of these questions, but actually I'm going to ask you a lot of questions that I don't know the answer to that I'm just interested in.
Yeah, for sure.
As far as your career, man, because we've been working together for a long time. I think all the way dating back to a previous moniker of mine, working on mixtapes and Wally's Ave stuff.
Yep.
And you producing and me and you doing a bunch of songs together.
Yeah, pre-trial hearing.
On pre-trial hearing, that's right, man. Pre-trial hearing, which no one has ever heard and very few people still possess a copy of.
Yeah.
But things have changed a lot since then, and there's been a lot of artistic growth that's taken place. And I think that maybe we should start out talking about 2021.
Okay.
Because I think for pretty much every artist who I'm interested in and talk to, 2021 was a big year, in part because people had the time to be creative as a result of the pandemic. But you got super busy during 2021, and I want to just talk to you a little bit about that. So we had one full-length album, but then 2 EPs preceded that. Mm-hmm. And the first of those was Sight Beyond Sight, right? Oh, no, I'm sorry.
That was, okay, so pretty much, I guess we could just do 2020. We could talk about 2020.
Okay.
I did, when the pandemic hit, pretty much I had a lot of free time. You know what I mean? I was unemployed for a little bit. Mm-hmm. I had a lot of free time, and I was like, I'm just going to flip this into a positive and make a lot of music. So I did just that. I started with EP with Loman. Boston producer. We did a EP called Elevate. Mm-hmm. And that came together very nicely, I think. I got Edo G on that joint. We did a track called Talk Business, mm-hmm. produced by Loman and Chairman Chow.
And that was a big splash for you.
Yeah.
The Edo G song did really well.
Yeah.
That shit probably got the most... because you had done a lot of cool songs before that and also done a lot of good collaborations with local people who had a big name. But for whatever reason, the Edo G song did incredibly well. Yeah,
that's probably my most streamed track. So that was good. You know what I'm saying? I really liked that one. I had a bunch of other features. I had you on that.
Yeah. There's a song with me and Oak.
Yep, Oak Lone Tree.
Yep.
And then, did I have anyone else on that one?
That was it.
I think that was it, yeah. Yep. So, we did the Elevate EP, and then, what did I jump into? I jumped into, what came right after that? I did two EPs. Did I do Vital Info?
You dropped a single. I think you started dropping singles off of Vital Info is what happened after that.
Yeah. I dropped Vital Info. I can't remember if it was before or after.
It was after. It was after the Loman joint.
Yeah.
But I think you started putting out singles. It was still 2020.
I dropped it. Yeah,
singles.
Exactly. Yeah. I rolled it out at the end of 2020. Mm-hmm. And I did an ill joint with Timbo King from Royal Fam Wu-Tang. He's a Wu-Tang Killer B Wu-Tang affiliate.
One of my Black favorite, Market Militia,
exactly,
right?
Black Market. One of my favorite MCs. Super underrated.
Incredible voice, man.
Yeah, for sure. Delivery and just mic presence. You know what I mean? He's super ill. His song "The Legacy" from the Swarm album.
Yes,
is like one of my favorite joints.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I remember. I still have. I think I have the first 12-inch, the Royal Fam 12-inch.
Yeah.
Something got to give in this biz.
I don't give a who you is. Uh-huh. Yeah, so I got him. That was big for me because I was a fan, and he respected what I was doing too. He was real cool.
I remember him shouting you out a few times too, in different interviews and stuff after that song came out.
For sure, he's a cool dude. And I worked with a producer called Lord Bijitsu. Mm-hmm. Who's like a king of lo-fi beat tapes. Just like he'd been doing it for a long time. I was familiar with him from years back, and I kind of just reached back out to him and was like, "Yo, we should do some new stuff." And he gave me some crazy beats. So Yeah, big shout out Lord Bijitsu.
Yeah, tell us how did you create a relationship with this guy? Because I know a bunch of these other characters. You know, I know Loman from around the scene, Union Sound. You know, working with Chow. So I get how you know him, and of course Edo. Everyone knows Edo if you're in the Boston hip hop scene. But how did you end up linking up with Lord Bijitsu?
Bijitsu was just like online, just like back in the day, like I don't know, like forums, beat dropping beat tapes, and you know what I'm saying, hip hop forums. And yeah, he would just post all of his music, and you know what I'm saying, I reached out a while back, and like we became cool. And he's still doing his thing, man. He's one of the most underrated, one of the illest beat makers, producers out there. If you ain't check him out, check his beat tapes. He got like 1,000 beat tapes online. Just incredible lo-fi, real hip hop shit. So shout out to him. And yeah, I dropped Vital Info. That was big for me. I like that one a lot. I pressed that one up on CD. Anyone wants to get that can get it on my Bandcamp.
DonDef.com as well, right?
Yeah, everything. Yep, yes sir. Everything's on my website, DonDef.com. You can stream everything and get CDs, you know, T-shirts. Yeah,
that's what's up, man. Yeah, that was I feel like you went on a bit of a streak there, right? Yeah. So we had the Loman EP, which was sick, came out. Then the Vital Info drops, right? Boom, and then next thing you know, we got the project with you and Chairman Chow.
Yeah,
full length album.
Exactly. So right after Vital Info, I started working on a full length with Chairman Chow. You know what I mean? Cool dude. Met I don't know, shows at the Middle East, right?
Yeah, I think probably, man.
He was hosting. He used to like host.
He used to host
shows at the Middle East. Yeah.
You might no. So hold on. I remember me and you performed at a show that was the Rikerson Boys 40D.
Okay.
And then through at downstairs at the Davis Square Theater.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I came through with Dro and we did a Hairline Brothers set.
Was he there?
And then you did a set, and Chairman Chow, Champ Chuck at the time, was hosting that event.
Oh, okay. Word.
And then it wasn't until maybe a year later that you hit me up. Me and you were working together a lot at the time, and you were like, "Yo, come with me. I'm going to Overdog."
No, I think you got this mixed up. I thought that was you.
Did I set that up?
I think you set that up.
I thought you set that up.
I don't know. I thought that was you.
Yo, honestly, it could have been Chow, because Chow was good like that. Yeah. Just reaching out to people who we knew from the scene and just getting them on the show.
What I remember is, I don't know when exactly, but we did a show and he was hosting it. I think it was at the Middle East. Okay. And then you were like, "Yo, we gotta come through to Overdog." And then you were like, you hit me up and was like, "Yo, we're gonna go to Overdog Radio."
Okay.
And we did an interview and we rapped. We tore it down, right?
Yeah.
And I remember that. That was dope.
That's what's up. That's so funny. Me and you have very different recollections.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have been either way.
I don't remember setting this up.
It could have been either way. Either way, we went up to Overdog. We tore it down, and then you know, me and him were cool after that. And I just reached out. I was like, "Yo, I need some beats," and it just, you know, spiraled into a whole album. I got a bunch of features. I got, you know, you again. Supervisor on there. I got Oak again. I got Al Divino.
Yep.
I got Relentless the Tangible.
Oh yeah. Yep. Title Friction
from New York. Yep. And that came out dope, man. That's like a good accumulation of Boston MCs and, you know, beats. It's just like, I think it came out nice. I'm happy.
Yeah, that was a sick project, and honestly, you know, because I know Chow's been doing a lot of work, and I think back on his discography, and I don't even know if I can think of another person who did a full length on his beats. Everything's EPs.
Yeah, I remember he was saying that. Full album, you know, Cause and Effect. Check that out. It's on my Bandcamp too.
And so, just I have a question, just as far as the release of that record, right? Because you dropped 1, 2, 3, 4 singles off of that album, but you still haven't put the album up for streaming yet.
Yeah,
and you put up you mostly put your stuff up to stream. So I'm just wondering, like, what was the logic behind that?
So Vital Info and Cause and Effect are not on streaming as of yet. You know what I mean? I don't know. I kind of feel like streaming is cool, and it's like it's convenient, and I like, you know what I'm saying, I use Spotify, you know what I'm saying? I like it because you get access to full, you know, catalogs and everything. But I don't know, I just feel like it kind of got oversaturated, and they don't pay you much, you know what I mean? Don't. It's kind of like they're like banking, Spotify's banking off of artists paying that subscription, and then they're taking all the bread and they're getting money. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a good deal for artists. It's just straight up business.
We get like small slice of a penny per stream, and it's just kind of whack. I don't know. I mean, I got a bunch of stuff on streaming, but I like to have, you know, some stuff that's not, to make it a little more exclusive, like for people who collect music. When, you know, like, go get the CD. You know what I'm saying? Like the CDs on my Bandcamp. You know what I mean? You could buy. For the artist, Bandcamp is a little better because you make more money from each sale. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Bandcamp,
there's a more personal interaction between you and the fans as well.
Exactly. It's more direct.
Yeah.
If you buy something from Bandcamp, the lion's share goes to me. I mean, Bandcamp takes a little percent too.
Yeah, but not like Spotify.
Not like Spotify.
Yeah.
Bandcamp, you can actually make some bread for independent artists.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. So yeah, I have some stuff that's, you know, just on Bandcamp. So, you know, it's a little better for me.
Word.
Yeah.
Makes sense, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
Spotify.
We're looking at Spotify right now.
I do both. You know what I mean? I do both. I got a lot of. I drop, you know, pretty much every single on all streaming just so I can get that wide range of listeners. And I got love because I get a lot of, you know, listeners on Spotify and Apple Music.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I mean, there's definitely multiple ways to approach this shit these days. You know, for all the way from the kind of you know, not to say that Nipsey Hussle was the first to do this, but the kind of Nipsey Hussle technique of just being like, everything costs $100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nothing costs less than $100 if you want my music.
Yeah.
That's the only way to get it, you know, to saying, okay, like, I just want to get this out to the widest range of audience and hope that opportunities open for me via that, right? Via more and more people hearing my music.
Yeah.
Whether that be, you know, to get some kind of placement in a TV show or a commercial or sponsorship of some sort, or to get put on one of those playlists, right? And get a little bit wider ranging listeners, exactly. You know what I mean? So people got to pick and choose, and there's definitely a lot of different ways to strategize these days.
Yeah, I use it. I use Spotify and streaming as like a good, you know, it's a good promotional tool. Like, I get a lot of streams randomly from like Romania. You know what I'm saying? It's like random countries.
That's what I'm saying,
who
man.
might not regularly.
That's the advantage.
Play a Don Def track, but somehow it's picking up. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, I get a lot of plays out there.
And that's the hope, is that you'll get popular in places like this, and that'll open up doors for you to go out there and perform and make money in that way.
Exactly.
Even though I know, you know, as artists, we're very limited now because it's really difficult to get a touring visa.
Yeah.
But, you know, once you do have that fan base, the possibilities open up.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Romania.
Yeah, peace to Romania, man. That's what's up. So, all right, so that brings us up to the current year, right? 2022. Okay. We're here right now.
Well, we didn't talk about 2021.
We kind of did because we got.
We started cause and effect.
Because what else did you drop in 2021?
I did the Brick Records deal.
Oh no shit, man! We have skipped right over the Brick Records deal. Come on. All right, let's talk about that. Because first of all, I know that you had been wanting to do something with Brick for a long time. You had been reaching out to Papa D previous to that, and just to give a little bit of background to anyone who's listening to this who's not from Boston or familiar with like the late '90s, early 2000s underground scene, you know, Brick Records was a big deal here. They put out, you know, Cambridge notable virtuoso who I know we all looked up to at the time. Mr. Lift. They put out
Insight. Esoteric.
Who else? I believe Brick Records even dropped the MF Doom and MF Grimm EP, the MF EP, which was, you know, that's a piece of history right there.
Super
when
fire.
you look at those two artists and
dedicated.
Exactly. Like how was Brick able to finagle that? But they did. They're a cool ass label, and you went ahead and dropped a single with them.
I was proud of that, man. I've been a fan of Brick Records for, you know, since high school, since, you know, coming up, listening to you know, Mr. Lift and 7L and Esoteric, Virtuoso, Rex, you know, local Boston music scene. So I was in contact. I got in contact with Papa D, the dude who runs Brick Records. I don't know, a couple of years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago. Just like sending them, just kind of like trying to get my name. You know, I sent them some music. And he reached back and was like, "Yo, I like your stuff." And I kind of just like try to keep that connection.
Kept that door open.
Exactly. So I kept sending him stuff. And pretty much just being like, "Yo, I'd be down to work. Like, I'm trying to trying to get in."
Happen,
yeah, exactly. And then finally, just like as I kept sending him stuff, you know, he was like, "Okay, let's do something." I was like, "All right, word." And so we pretty much just came up with an idea just to do like a digi single, just like 1-2 tracks.
Yep.
To kind of test it out, you know what I'm saying, put it out there. So we did that. We dropped the digi single. It's Proper Etiquette. The song is called Proper Etiquette, featuring ST Knack. Super dope MC at Lynn Mass. And on the B side, it's just a song called I Was Never Here, solo joint. And then we put the acapellas and the instrumentals on there like a vinyl. You know what I'm saying? Like
the way you would a
release.
single.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we thought that was cool. I like how that came out. That was a big moment for me because I always wanted to work with Brick. They're pretty much the biggest hip hop label in Boston. So yeah, that was dope.
That's what's up, man. And are there plans for the future?
So I don't know. I mean, I would like to. You know what I'm saying? I would like to drop like a full EP or an album.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of up to him. You know, I'm always ready. You know me. I got a lot of music.
Yeah.
I'm always writing, and so I'm ready anytime. I hope so. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's ill. Yeah, man. I mean, so Brick is an ill record label. They've done a lot of stuff with a lot of kind of groundbreaking artists.
Yeah.
Out of Boston, but you got your own label.
Yeah, I represent SkillSet. SkillSet Records. Pretty much just my imprint label. You know what I mean? Just my movement overall. So that everything I drop, all my solo stuff that I drop is on SkillSet Records. And
I remember when you came up with SkillSet, as a thing, when you kind of imagined that into being, and then at the time there was an album that went along with that.
Yep.
And it's something that you've been working on for a long, long time. This was kind of like your baby.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it's going to see the light of day this year.
Yeah, it's coming out.
That's what's up.
So my album SkillSet full length is coming out this year, 2022. I started it a few years ago, and I just started it, and it kind of like I kept on adding and taking stuff off, and it just kind of got built up. I got a lot of dope features on there. I got a song with Rex on Terminology. I got a song with Sammy Adams.
Oh shit, huh?
Yeah, man.
Sammy Adams.
Yep, Sammy Adams.
Another Cambridge MC.
Yes, sir.
Successful Cambridge MC.
Yeah, man. Shout out Sammy.
Yeah.
I got a song with who else I got on there? I got Acrobatic on the Survival Kit remix with Mr. Lift. So I got a joint with Lift and Act. Yeah, so that's gonna be big.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited about that one. And I got my boy Northside Dro, NC Legend. You know what I'm saying? North Cambridge in the house.
You got him rapping on it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yep. Shout out Dro.
Yo, shout out Hairline Brothers.
Yeah, man.
My guy, man. The Dro man. That's my brother.
For sure.
And he carries the lion's share of the production as well.
Yeah, he did half the beats, and I did the other half.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I got some beats on there.
Well, shit, I was going to get into that with you, man, because we could talk a little bit about my work on your production and our work together on your production.
Yeah,
but you were a pretty well-established producer at the same time as you were building yourself up as an MC.
Yeah.
And then it seems like the production piece of it just kind of was put to the side.
Yeah, for sure. We could get into that. So I'll just finish talking about the album real quick. I did a bunch of beats, and then D-Phrase is on there too.
Oh.
I got 2 beats from D-Phrase.
Sick.
He did a couple remixes for me.
D-Phrase, man, who's been making big waves.
Yep.
Our guy D-Phrase. Yep.
So he recorded the whole album. Recorded and mixed the whole album, and then he got a couple beats on there.
That's what's up.
And then I forgot I got MBS on the album too.
Ah, sick.
I got a song with MBS. I'm hyped for that one too. So yeah, there's a bunch of features on there, and it came out dope. So I'm looking forward to dropping that. I already dropped the first single, Holding Shit Down. It's out now. It's actually on Spotify and everything, so you can go stream it.
Yep.
That's a banger. I like that one.
Yeah, we were playing that on the podcast the other night.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
dudes were really feeling it, big and bona fide.
Yeah, for sure. That got some dope scratches on there by DJ Slipwax.
Yeah, I thought that was Slipwax on there. I wasn't sure.
For sure. So yeah, that's coming out this year. I'm just kind of rolling out the singles now. Should be out next month or the month after that. real soon, because I'm not trying to hold it up anymore. So it's
That's
coming out. It's rolling out.
Yeah. So that's coming out.
Yeah,
it'll still be cold out when this album.
Yeah,
comes
it's coming out
right.
next month or right after.
All right, sick.
Either February or March.
So we got the album with Chow.
Mm-hmm.
We got the album with Beat Jitsu, and there was another guy who produced some beats on there as well.
Yep. Another.
What was his name?
Another like an anonymous dude, Bolo Yang.
Bolo Yang.
Yeah,
yep.
he's another just cat that I met online.
You got the project that you did with Loman.
Yep. Elevate.
Right? None of these projects have a single beat that you made on them, but the SkillSet album is going to have a bunch of your production.
Yep. Yeah.
Did you have certain beats you were saving up for this album, or like was there certain, like, I don't know, was there like just ideas that you had in your head that you were like, I'm the only one that can really bring this to life production wise?
So I had a couple beats in the cut from, you know, I used to make a lot of beats, like you said. I was making a lot of beats when I was coming up, my younger days, and then it kind of phased out a little bit. I focused more on, you know, rapping and writing. For me, the beats were cool. I love producing. I love making beats. But like doing both, sometimes I don't like rapping on my own beats, I think is what it is. Like if I'm making a beat, it kind of really depends. I kind of like someone else's sounds, you know what I mean? Like
you think that brings something else
another
out
energy. Yeah, if I'm just like, it gets kind of old to me to like make a beat and then write to it and then rap to it and then I don't know.
You were just
I like
tired
the energy
of that.
from like a different person. You know what I'm saying? Like
for sure.
Another idea, a different producer's thoughts and sounds and energy. You know what I'm saying?
And there was a different time where you had albums.
Yeah.
That was just that. Literally no one else's contribution.
Yeah, I used to make all my own beats.
Right, you were doing all your own thing.
Yeah. So that kind of got a little old to me, and I liked rapping on other people's beats more. So, I guess I had some beats that I really liked, and I decided to use them on the album. So
sick.
Some made the cut.
Yeah.
Some didn't, and then I got my man Dro, who always has bangers. So
yeah.
He came through and
this
laced
is
me.
Non-stop heat.
He came through and laced me big time.
My guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I guess I just like rapping more than making beats. I guess that's the bottom line these days.
Yeah, it's what you feel like more inspired or inclined towards.
For sure.
Yeah.
I like writing a lot. Like, I focus a lot on like wordplay and like, getting like not too complex, but like I get try to like syllable wise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
for
I
sure.
like to
like
like
the
really
way you do your rhyme
exactly.
schemes.
Like, it's kind of like it's intricate to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's like a math equation, man.
Yeah, it's intense. It's not like, I don't know. Like Rakim used to talk a lot about like it was like a math equation for him. I don't really like do the grid. I don't write like on a grid like Rakim used to say. Like,
he used to write on a fucking grid.
Yeah, he used to.
I never heard
in interviews. He said he used to like put dots on the paper and like kind of like fill in like a grid. He used to like write a line to the dot and then like kind of space it out like that.
Oh shit.
I don't do it like that. I'm just saying like I like the creative process of like putting crazy syllables together. Like some rhymes will be like a 10 syllable rhyme. You know what I mean? Like I like to try to push myself and see exactly how in depth I could get a rhyme. You know what I mean? So it's cool. It's fun for me. You know what I'm saying? I love it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's just more fun than like finding a loop, right, and putting the right drums to it.
Yeah, I mean, I love that too. I love that too. But I like I'm a writer straight up. Like, yeah. So I like to focus on that, and when it starts flowing, the pen just goes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
My opinion has always been that songwriting is the highest expression of this art form.
Yeah.
You got people who can freestyle their asses off, and that's amazing. I love freestyle, and I like that. And you got other people who can battle, right? Yeah. And that's their thing. And then some people who can just come through with like a 6/16 or whatever. But like writing songs, man.
Yep.
Songwriting is really where it's at.
Yeah.
Because that's the shit that leaves a lasting impression.
Yep.
You know what I mean? No one is, tripping over whatever freestyle someone's kicked on the radio or whatever battle verse dude had the way that they'll trip over the Road to the Riches.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
Or like or the Wrath of Cain. Yep. Or like Juicy, or something like that. You know what
unless it's Big L.
For sure, Big
unless
L.
it's a Big L freestyle, because people still talk about that Jay-Z and Big L, like all of his radio freestyles. Like, it just really depends how good you are. Like,
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that's one person.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure. Out of
who's
billion rappers,
absolutely incredible MC. You know what I mean? But mostly it's like songwriting is the shit that leaves your mark on you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I take it serious, man. I have fun with it, but I take it serious too, and I think it comes across. I like to put a lot of like most of my songs have like real in depth like concepts and ideas about not always like social commentary, but like I definitely talk about real things in life, like you know what I mean, like so. You know, you gotta be conscious, but not like I don't get too conscious.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fine balance between conscious and preachy.
Exactly. I don't do that. I try not to do that at all. As
preachy.
Exactly.
You never try to tell someone the way they should live their life.
No, I just say. Yeah, I just drop lines about what I do like and what I don't like and what I think
it like you see it.
Exactly what I think is going on that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I never hold my tongue. I always talk against the foul shit that goes on within the system. I always do that, and I always will.
Word.
So I balance that with just straight up. I drop bars, so it's like I mix that in, and I think it works. You know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah.
Well, very excited for this SkillSet album, man.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm looking forward to dropping that.
I'm looking forward to hearing some more of your beats too, man.
Yeah.
You
want me to get back at it, don't you?
I would love. So I dropped a single on SkillSet.
Yeah.
Last year, I think maybe it happened in 2020.
I think it was 2020. Yeah,
in 2020, I dropped that single that you produced for me.
The funky joint, right?
That beat was ridiculous.
Funky,
top down.
Yeah, yep, that was dope.
And I just know for a fact that you make a lot of you do and have made a lot of beats that you probably wouldn't actually necessarily rap over.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like I got a good ear for beats.
Yeah,
and loops. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I just I know how to pick them, I guess.
So speaking of the fact that you used to produce so much, the Cortez 2 album.
Oh yeah,
that me and Jack did. So Cortez Part 1 was me, you, and Jack all rapping on it. And then the production was mixed. There was a few of your beats on there, a couple Dro beats on there, and a couple of beats. I don't know.
Did Jack make one?
That's right. Jack had a beat on there, right? And it was just like kind of mixed up. But the second Cortez album that we didn't have you rapping on was all produced by you.
Yep.
And that was basically just the result of you opening up the vaults.
Yeah, for sure.
That was me and Jack.
Exactly.
And just letting us be like, well, all right, which beats you want?
Exactly. Yeah.
And there were literally hundreds of beats for us to pick from. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of stuff that got left off that album, beats that got left off that album that I was, every now and then I'll listen back and I'll be like, damn, why didn't we use that?
Yeah, for sure. That was cool, man. That was pretty much just... letting the homies get busy on the beat folder. You know what I mean? Would it just take what you want, pretty much?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was down with that. I love doing that first Cortez album. We did that out in Vegas with me, you, and Jack the Rapper. For those who don't know, Cortez album. That was I had a blast out there making that album with you guys.
And that was fun, and I think that was unusual for you because it was like this time limited thing. You were only out there for like 5-6 days.
Yeah.
Maybe I think I stayed like another day or two after you did.
Yeah.
But we banged out the whole album in that period of time. And so I don't think you've ever done a project like that. You're a guy who usually takes your time. You're pretty meticulous with this stuff.
For sure. I got a little faster in the last few years with writing rhymes. But yeah, you're right. I used to take longer with writing. But yeah, we were just having such a blast, just having so much fun. It just flowed real natural.
Yeah.
And then when you guys were saying you were gonna do part 2, I don't know what. I don't know. I just figured like I'll just produce it, and then I won't even. I didn't even get on a song on that one, did I?
Nah.
Part 2? No.
Nah. We only got one.
It was just
one
like straight up. I just gave you all the beats. So yeah, that was just like going through the beat folder pretty much. That was cool though. And then I jumped on 2 joints on Cortez 3.
Yep. Had to have you back on that.
That was last year, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that came out last year.
And that was solely produced by Northside Dro.
Yeah.
And the Doppelgangers.
Doppelgangers, yeah. That album so far, I love. Yeah, Cortez 3 is the one.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's a lot of fun, man. It's a fun album.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. And then, but there was another record that me and you did together.
Which one?
Hazmats.
Oh, yeah.
Which I feel like we be forgetting. I forget about that sometimes. Yeah. I'm like, oh, yeah, I did that. Like,
was that 2018?
I think it came out in 2019. It did. It came out in 2019.
2019.
Yep.
Yep.
And so that was like it's funny because, we dropped it and it came out just a few months before the pandemic hit.
Crazy.
And we had the Hazmats thing with the hazardous material
yeah.
sign on the front and all
Yep.
that shit, and it just felt like, oh damn, like this is a
Shout
little prescient
Yep.
of us, you know.
It was, we caused it pretty much.
Basically made
Yeah.
that happen.
Shout out Mag Muzzle.
That's
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
me, you, and
Yep.
Mag Muzzle. And it's funny, man, because I hadn't really been rapping much at all, and y'all kind of pulled me back into it.
Yeah,
And
we
it
were
was
taking a little
really,
break, yeah.
it was really Mag Muzzle who had like made that happen.
Yeah,
He made that record happen. He came with most of the beats.
he did. He did. So
I don't think a lot of people know about this record.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
It's pretty fucking weird.
Let's talk about it.
I mean,
Hazmats.
half these beats came off of cassette tapes.
Yeah, let's get into it. So, me, you, the supervisor, and Mag Muzzle decided, to get busy. First of all, Mag Muzzle's a ill MC out of Cambridge, Mass.
For those who don't know,
one of the illest MCs that I know, and one of the most underrated in the game,
and one of the most interesting stylistically, voice-wise. No one sounds like Mag Muzzle.
Exactly.
No one does what he does.
For real original.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually a big influence on me at Range and Latin in my high
That's
school.
right, because y'all
coming
went to
up.
high school
Yeah, I
together.
used to before I was making tracks. He was making tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Dro.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I always just like I like this stuff. And then a few years ago we decided to make this album, and
well, we started with one song.
we started with one song exactly, and that was a drill beat.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the Hazmats, the title track.
Mm-hmm.
That came out dope, and we were just like, yo, let's keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hard to get him in the studio because he's all over the place, but we got him.
Yeah.
It took some time, but we got him in the studio, and we made a full album, and that shit came out crazy. So pretty much, we got a lot of beats. I did a couple. Well, I think I only did one.
I think so.
And then all of them are old Mag Muzzle beats that we found in his room on cassette tape.
Yeah.
And then we got D-Phrase to digitize the cassette tape to use them. Yeah, he digitized the beats and we used them on the album.
Yeah.
So that came out crazy. That was like, we found that one tape. It was like a gold mine. There was like 6-7 ill beats on there.
Yep.
Real grimy. And we kind of just like revitalized them and bring them back to life.
It was almost a little bit like when you opened up the vaults for me and Jack for Cortez 2, except like it literally took us like going to Muzzle's crib and digging through dusty ass cassette tapes.
Exactly.
And him being like, oh, I think this one might have some beats on it. Like, all right, let's hear it. And then he would play it and it would just be insane beats.
Crazy.
And I'm talking about these beats were from like the early 2000s. Like these beats were back when you would make a beat and put it on a cassette tape.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be a normal thing to do, not like some sort of
Real
special
beat tape.
shit. Yeah, like a beat tape, beat tape.
Yeah.
And we turned that shit into a whole album, and it turned out to be pretty popular on the internet. You know what I mean?
Got a lot of plays on that one.
On the YouTubes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of them real underground type cats, like the European people.
Really for sure. Shout out Pac of the Plug.
Yep.
He posts a lot of our music on his YouTube page, which gets like thousands and thousands of plays. You know what I'm saying? He's a ill dude.
Yep. Good way to get exposure.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt. Shout out Mag Muzzle.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't heard that, go check out Hazmats. It's on all
streaming
streaming.
everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
For sure. We might have to do like a anniversary CD release.
That would be cool to put that
should
on
print
CD
that up,
at some point. Yeah.
We
Just
should
do like
press
a
that
very
up.
limited release or
Do
something.
like I don't know, a couple bonus tracks or something.
Yeah.
Trying to get Mag back in the studio, but
absolutely.
he told me he doesn't rap no more. So
I gave
we'll
him
see.
a beat the other day.
Yeah?
I had him in here listening to beats, and he was like, I like that one. So I gave him a beat. I don't know if he wrote anything yet.
We got to get him back, dude.
But I'm gonna, the next full length album I do, we're definitely getting Mag Muzzle on it, whether he likes it or not.
Muzzle face, baby.
Yeah, peace to Magnus Muzzle Face, my guy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think let's dive back in time here too, because when I first of all, I've known you for a very long time. Me and you know each other since we were little kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I was like third grade.
Yep.
Like, and my mom would send me, like, our moms were cool.
Yeah, for sure.
And my mom would be like, listen, you're going
real childhood
to Don Def's crib.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Going to Ben's house.
So anyway, we lost track of each other, you know what I mean, during high school or whatever, because there's a few years between us. Yeah. And, that's just, it is what it is. Like, I was in high school, you weren't, or whatever. And then I was working at a place over by Harvard Square, a sandwich shop, and there was this young kid who worked there, a few years younger than me. And he was, like, stocking stuff in the basement, and he had this tape he was playing. And I was like, oh, this sounds ill. Who is this? And he's like, yo, you know this dude? Da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? And he said your name.
Really?
And I was like, yeah, I know that dude. Like, that's him right there. And he's like, yeah, these dudes are nice. I'm like, oh, word? I'm like, I didn't know this dude rap. And I was like, this does sound good though, right? This is like back in like the high school era, you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? We were rapping with Jack and
Yeah.
and these dudes, right? And so anyway, what was years later at Wally Sparks' crib?
Yep.
A couple years after that, at Wally Sparks' crib, he started popping up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And that was like a
Wally.
really like a center for rap for our whole neighborhood. Right?
Exactly.
Anyone who rapped, like they ended up over at Wally's crib,
Exactly.
one way or another. And you came up into the mix,
Mhm.
and you brought like a decidedly underground kind of vibe and sound to it,
Yeah.
which was cool because that's where I was at. I was
Mhm.
like, oh, okay, cool. I can fuck with this.
Yeah.
Well, these dudes are doing like mixtapes and doing kind of commercial beats, like off. You know what I mean?
Yep. I know
Off
what
of
you
like top 40 type shit.
Exactly.
Like,
Yep.
I'm gonna fuck with this.
Yeah, for sure. That was pretty much how it started in the hip hop scene in Cambridge.
Mhm.
Wally Sparks is that dude. North Cambridge, you know what I'm saying? North Cambridge legend, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and at one point, really like a citywide and like
Yeah.
statewide cat. You know what I mean? When he had the TV show,
Yep.
Air to the Streets,
Air to the Streets. Yep.
which had all of us involved. I feel like we were all on that show at
Yeah.
one point, and we were all just kind of helping out behind the scenes with it.
Definitely. So I came into that realm. Yeah, I used to just go to his crib with you and Dro, pretty much, and
Jack would slide through.
Jack, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think my first song, I did the beat to his single, to the Wally Sparks single, "I'm Money."
Yeah,
I
fuck
think
with my money.
Yeah, "I'm
I
Money."
remember
that
that.
was the first beat that I got
In the video,
Exactly, we
down
did a
by
video.
Fenway?
Yeah, for sure. So that was my in,
Mhm.
and then dudes showed mad love, and Hard Shell,
Mhm.
Wally's Ave. You know what I mean? It's a big influence on me.
There was a lot of, when you think about all the talent that used to come through his spot, man, there was a lot of LMCs.
Yeah.
My man Honest, who
Yep.
we were talking about earlier,
Yeah,
Drastic
shout out,
Measures,
Yeah, shout out Drastic.
who's doing big stuff, just did a song with
yeah,
Benzino.
yeah, he was on Cause and Effect. I got Drastic on
Yep.
Cause and Effect.
Drast was over there a lot. Northside Dro, of course, right, was over there.
Yep,
I remember
E-Nice.
E-Nice. I remember spending a lot of time with K the I over there.
Yep.
I think that was probably a little bit before the time when you showed up.
Yep.
But he ended up, he's been international and a totally groundbreaking artist.
Yeah, for
Who's
sure.
done all
Shout out
kinds
his
of-
little brother Richie.
Yep.
That's my dude too.
Shout out Richie Stacks. I know
Richie
he's
Stacks.
doing
You know
real
what I'm saying? I
good.
used to rap with him too.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
it was
that
a
was
really
the place to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was
Wally's
the
Ave.
center of a lot of stuff.
That's
that
where
was
we
going
both
on.
started, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of like a training ground.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
a lot of just freestyling and
Yep,
putting shit together.
yep. Your first mixtape was Pre-Trial for Hearing. Your first
Pre-trial
mixtape?
hearing was the
Yeah.
first. Yeah. That was
So
the
I did
first.
like
that was
I
an
did,
album
like-
though.
Yeah, I did like half the beats on there.
You did like half the beats on there,
and I was rapping on
and
it.
rapped on it,
Yeah.
2 or 3.
For sure.
Yep.
That was dope. Those
Mm-hmm.
are the days, man.
Yeah, and then just popping up on those mixtapes. But that was a totally. I feel like you were early in like understanding that the internet was the direction that things were going in. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like we didn't get that. We were just too much in the streets
Yeah,
with that shit, and we were, so it was all hand to hand
yeah,
mixtape CD shit.
Yeah.
At the time, right? Okay, go to the print place, get them to print out 100 inserts. Go to Micro Center,
yeah,
get 100 CDs.
yeah.
Burn the CDs.
Exactly.
Take them out there. You know what
Get
I mean?
the artwork. Shout
Get-
out Rooster.
Yep.
Yo,
the Dizzy,
Rooster.
Charlie Black, the Dizzy Rooster on the artwork, man.
Yeah.
Did all the artwork for all
Yep.
of those old
Wally's
albums.
Ave.
Yep. And but you were early on in understanding that like that was a way to communicate with people and like and link and spread your music.
Yeah,
You
I think
know?
so. I think that was when like forums were kind of big.
Absolutely. It was the forum. era.
Online forums like I don't know, undergroundhiphop.com, stuff like that.
Yep.
But
Wu-Tang
then
Corp.
yeah, exactly. And then but like, after that dudes got into it, you know what I'm saying? I remember Wally was putting all this stuff on Dat Piff. stuff
Yeah,
like
he
that.
was the first one that I knew.
Yeah, he went hard on that.
Figured that out.
For sure.
hmm
So that was dope, man. Shout out Wally.
Yeah.
I had him on my mixtape, Freestyle Flow.
hmm
So that was a dope project. I did. It was just like freestyle, just like famous beats.
Is that 2019?
I think that was 2019. Yeah,
Mhm.
I dropped that maybe right before Hazmat's.
Yes, I think that's
yeah,
right. Yeah.
for sure.
Mhm.
So I had some. I had you on there.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Me and Jack, me and
Yep.
Muzzle. No,
Yep.
it came out after
Muzzle.
Hazmat's.
Okay.
Because I remember that was the last time that the three of us worked together.
Okay,
Was
cool.
on your mixtape.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I got Wally on there. He tore it down.
Yeah.
We jumped on that the EPMD beat.
It's the joint.
Yeah, the joint.
Mhm.
Yeah, the joint. And we did a little video for that. That was cool.
Sick.
Yeah, man. So now we're just keeping it moving.
So what should we expect as SkillSet rolls out? We got more singles coming.
Yep.
We got some fire singles with some ill
features,
guest shots, right? You doing videos?
Yeah, I got a couple ideas for a video that'll definitely come out with the rollout. So now is Holding Shit Down, and I got a couple of singles in mind dropping next, and then it'll roll out
within the month of February. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
we're gonna start
for sure. Yeah, another single in February.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yep, and then I wrote Vital Info 2. Actually, Vital Info 2 is ready. I just didn't record it yet. I got the beats and the rhymes, and then I'm writing another album that I'm like 80% written.
Okay,
but I need a couple more beats. Yeah,
that's what's up.
So hopefully I'll drop 3 projects this year.
That's what's up. Yeah. Man.
I think every year I should at least drop 2 or 3.
Yeah, I'm aiming for 3 this year.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up.
I mean, it's these days you got to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay in people's face a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, don't oversaturate. I'm not one to drop like I'm not gonna drop too much because sometimes you can drop too much. You know what I mean? But I think, EPs is a good way because you drop like 5-6 songs every few months. That's not too much, but it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good little package.
Yeah.
EPs is the way to go because a lot of people don't have the attention span to listen to fucking
5 or 6 songs,
20 tracks, a 20-track album.
Yeah.
Like, shout out Busta Rhymes, but his last album was like 24.
Was it
crazy tracks?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm not like. I mean, people liked it, but like, that's not for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, like if your album's too long these days, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, man. If you got that much shit to say and you got that many different sounds, and you're gonna keep it interesting.
Yeah.
If you can keep it interesting.
Yeah. His shit was dope. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, these days, I think like shorter albums and EPs are the way to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You catch people's attention. They listen to your couple singles and your 5-6 joints, and then they'll check your other stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I like that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Who are you listening to right now? Who do you listen to that's like completely outside of your circle of people who you affiliate with personally?
I listen to a lot of I listen to my 90s rappers. You know what I'm saying?
But what have you been like?
New dudes?
Like no, but what have you been listening to like right now? I don't care if it's old. It could be Beethoven. You know what I mean? What are you listening to? Like, what have you been listening to the last couple of weeks that you're like stuck on right now? What's in rotation?
I mean, a lot of stuff. I guess I could tell you some new MCs that I like.
All right.
I like Rome Streets.
Yeah.
Rome Streets I think is one of the nicest out. Yeah, his album with DJ Muggs is pretty crazy.
Yeah. That was one of my top albums of the year.
Shout out DJ Muggs, who is just absolutely killing it right now. He drops like, I don't know, 3-4 projects a year.
He's an animal.
Fully produced.
Yeah.
All fire. So Muggs is killing it. Other MCs I like, let's see. I don't know. Ask me if I like someone, and I'll tell you. I can't think. Off the top.
All right, man. Well, like so we had our year-end list that we did on the CryptoOnline.com, and a lot of mine were just like local cats because that's like really what I listen to, But the few people who I did mention who I listened to was the Rome Streets album with Muggs. I thought that was amazing. And then Makami, he dropped 2 albums last year that I thought were both real good.
I haven't got into Makami, but I'll give him some more. I'll give him some more spins.
Yeah,
I like him. I just haven't. A lot of people love him, and I just haven't got to that point yet. So I'll check more of his stuff.
Sometimes it takes a sec to like catch that thing where you're like, okay, now I get this
for sure.
But your old Droog, I think, is another one.
Droog, yep.
You can't ever leave him out of the conversation.
Yeah, his wordplay is ridiculous. I listened to his new Spacebar.
Yeah,
Spacebar was crazy dope. That song Cosmonaut, I think, was one of my favorites on there.
Yeah. Everyone liked Time better, though, when we spoke about it on the show. We were all like, okay, Spacebar is dope. It's an ill album, but like Time was a little more like...
They like Time more?
Powerful of an album.
Shout out Drew. I like to work with Drew.
Yeah. He's a nasty MC.
For sure. I liked the Havoc and Styles P album. That was super ill. I don't know. I listen to a lot, so it's sorry if I'm like blanking right now. I listen to a lot of music.
But what's some old shit you be listening to?
Old?
Like, what's some old shit that is like, it's old, but it's still in rotation for you? You listen to it regularly.
I was listening to Cannibal Ox the other day.
Cold Vein?
Yeah. That's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to a lot of underground shit, like, shout out Copyright. I like Copyright a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And The Weathermen, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Tame One.
Mm-hmm. You listen to a lot of Tame?
I like Tame, yeah.
Yeah. You ever listen to, goddamn, what's that album? Spasmatic?
Yeah.
That album's amazing.
Yeah, crazy. He's nuts. He's nuts. Yeah, I don't know. I like, I listen to a lot of Ghost. Ghost is like my favorite MC.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to a lot of Ghostface. I think you guys were talking about it, but he has like one of the best catalog. I think he might have the #1 catalog out of any solo rapper.
Yeah, and I figured that you would have an opinion on this,
Yeah.
but because when I was saying it, I was like, yeah, Donnie would agree with me on this.
Yeah.
That probably, like, there's only maybe one or two other people who can claim a discography as strong as Ghostface's.
I think Ghostface has the #1 discography. I think him and Nas, I think, are the two. I think when you look at like their first five, I kind of look at it like this, like the first five albums.
Yeah.
So Ghost had Iron Man, Supreme, Bulletproof Wallets,
Pretty Tony,
and then Fish Scale, which is ridiculous.
All 5 albums are fucking amazing.
Absolutely ridiculous. Nas had Illmatic, It Was Written, I Am, Nostradamus, and Godson?
I think so. It was either that or Stillmatic.
Stillmatic. Oh yeah, okay. I Am.
I mean, if you could just erase Nostradamus.
Yeah, Nostradamus.
If you could erase that and put Godson in its place, then you'd be like, oh, okay. That's 5 solid ass albums.
I can't remember if Stillmatic. Okay, I Am. It's still going, right?
Yep.
Okay. I Am, I believe, was supposed to be a double album, if I remember correct.
Oh, was it?
And they broke it up into I Am and Nostradamus. So it was. I think it was supposed back in the day. It was supposed to be a double album.
You remember that double album era?
Yeah,
everyone did a double album
for sure. I mean, Biggie had the best one. So,
but Wu-Tang Forever.
Yeah, Wu-Tang Forever. Yep, and then Pac's joint.
Yep, and then E40 did one, and then 8 Ball and MJG did one.
Yeah.
Like, and all of those are solid albums. That was crazy. We were just talking about albums being too damn long.
Yeah,
this is back when dudes were making albums that were too long to fit on a 70-minute compact disc.
Yeah, but the double is cool because you listen to disc 1, and you don't necessarily have to put in disc 2. You know
you could just bump disc 1 for a while.
Exactly. Shout out Wu-Tang Forever.
Shout out Wu-Tang Forever.
For sure.
We were having an argument about which disc is stronger on Wu-Tang Forever.
Ooh.
It's definitely
we
disc
can
2.
get into that. I like that.
It's definitely disc 2.
I like that topic.
Yeah. I said disc 2, and dudes are like, what about Black Shampoo? And I was like, disc 2 is so strong that even with Black Shampoo on it, it's one of the best CDs ever.
So disc 2 has MGM, Heaters,
Hell's Wind Staff,
Triumph, Projects.
Yep.
And I don't know, but even those songs, those are top.
Yeah.
Those are top hitters. But then I'd say disc 1 personally.
Okay.
I'd say disc 1.
That's your personal
because
preference.
Reunited, the 1-2 punch of Reunited and For Heaven's Sake.
Yeah.
I think that just kind of like maxes out.
For Heaven's Sake.
Yeah. And then it goes right into Scary Hours. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of unbeatable.
Yeah.
But yeah, incredible album. I was seeing the interview with Raekwon where he said, he don't really even like that album. You see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he said
it's funny because he plays such a prominent role in Wu-Tang Forever.
Yeah, I don't know how he doesn't like it, but he was saying he don't like it. I mean, I think 36 is probably my favorite hip hop album
of all time.
Yeah, I think so. When I think about it, so I guess coming off of that album for them is kind of hard to beat it. I think that's why some of them don't like it.
I can see that.
But how could you bump Reunited and not like it? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand. But yeah, shout out Wu-Tang. That's my favorite rap group.
Yeah, but Ray was so heavily involved with that all the way to the point where, like, I believe the last song on the album is Raekwon just talking shit.
Yeah, is
right?
it? On which disc?
I believe on disc 2.
Disc 2.
The album ends.
Black Shampoo.
The album ends
it's
with
Black
him just,
Shampoo, right?
Yeah, but I think the album ends
He
with him
talks
just
at
talking.
the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Very influential.
Yeah, for sure. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, okay. The catalog, best 5. Okay. So yeah, Nas and Ghost I think have the best solo catalog in hip hop. That's my opinion.
Okay.
And if you're asking me, I prefer Ghostface.
Yeah.
I think maybe Nas is the best rapper ever. Like, you know what I mean? But like, Ghost is my favorite.
Okay.
Like, I listen to more Ghost than Nas. You know what I mean? That's me personally. I think Iron Man and Supreme, and then even like Pretty Tony, it's like kind of unmatchable. Like, the flyness that he was kicking on there is just like ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then Fish Scale is super hard body too. It's
he's incredible.
You know what I mean? So
there's a couple other MCs that I would put like in that same echelon where it's like you look at their solo careers, and especially if you're willing to be like, all right, like I'm gonna take this dude's solo career minus this one and that one and this one, right?
Yeah.
And just be like, all right, here are the best 9 albums this person created, and they're all fucking amazing.
Yeah.
You know, Cool G Rap you could throw in there. Cool Keith you would have to throw in there. You know, there's a couple other people who can like boast like, yo, I made 10 incredible albums that were like life changing to people, and like people around the globe will tell you that a different one is their favorite album.
Yeah,
ever.
For sure.
You know what I mean? There's a couple cats like that, but only a handful. Yeah, and Ghostface is one of them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, man.
That's what's up. Well, I know he's a big influence on you, the whole Wu-Tang thing in general. And I don't know, man. Like, I guess the last thing I would want to ask you, like, you've been doing a lot of collaborative work. Is there anyone out there who you haven't collaborated with that you're like, yo, this is kind of a must? Like, I need to make this happen in my career.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who's really nice, I'm down to work with. Like I said, I think Rome Streets is one of the nicest out there right now. I'd be down to work with him. I'd be down to work with more legends, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Is there anyone in mind, though, where you're like, I have to do, or maybe there isn't? I'm just throwing it out there. Is there one person who you like, or even two who you like?
I want to work with DJ Muggs, for sure.
Yeah.
I think my style would go with his beats, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully I can get in touch with him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Muggs. That would be
DJ Muggs,
that would be
for
the
sure.
top thing.
Yeah.
Word. And that makes sense, too. Because we've been talking about how much, you know what I mean? You like being on other people's beats and shit.
I mean, he's a huge influence. I mean, from Cypress Hill to now his solo stuff where he's just working with underground MC, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think I'm going to have to bring this up with the boys in the podcast, but I think we just need to do a DJ Muggs episode.
For sure.
You know?
He's the most prolific producer out there in the game.
And I think it's important for people to understand how we got here and where we came from to where we're at, from the early Soul Assassin shit where he was, you know, not only making like platinum hits for Cypress Hill, but also doing House of Pain and Funk Dubious shit. Right? And then to this like little in-between era where like no one's really sure what happened to him. At a certain point, he was doing this, he was doing a little bit of that, and then he just comes back strong
with the
Jizza project, the Ill Bill project, right?
Exactly.
And he's been on a
Planet
fucking
Asia
streak ever since.
He's doing like the verses, not like verses, but like versus him and another artist. So shout out him. He got his ear to the underground. You know what I'm saying? He's working with a lot of dudes from Boston. You know what I'm saying? He did an album with Davino. He's got ST Knack on a couple joints. So he's a real dude. You know what I mean?
Yep, and he's paying attention.
Yeah, he's paying attention for sure.
Piece of DJ Muggs, man. All right, word, man. Any parting words? 2022?
Nah, just, you know, thanks for having me. Check out the SkillSet album when it comes out.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that big time.
Look out for Vital Info 2. And, you know, a lot of more music. I'm looking to put out a lot of stuff, so.
All right. Word,
stay tuned.
Yeah, and if everyone out there, stay tuned because there will be further Supervisor and Don Def collaboration.
Always. In
the near future. There's no way. No year can pass without it.
Always.
All right, man. CryptoOnline.com. Check it out. HipHopHeads podcast. Stream us everywhere. Subscribe right this instant if you're listening to this podcast. All right. Peace.
Peace.